All right, we're on. Looks like we're on. What's up, legends? Welcome back to the CXO podcast. Today, I'm joined by Nathan. How are you, Nathan?
Yeah, good thanks, Johnny. Really good.
Very good, very good, mate. Thanks for jumping on. For anyone who's just jumping in and listening, who's a returning guest, warm welcome back to you and any new people. Make sure you subscribe. This conversation is going to be great, and the reason it's going to be great is because Nathan's just finished up a coaching program with me. And he's hit some awesome goals, and he's happy to jump on and share a bit about his journey in hopes to inspire others to take some action as well, because I know there's a lot of people on the fence. They don't know what to do, and I know that coaching provides big outcomes for people, and one of those big outcomes is going to be discovered in this conversation. So Nathan, thank you for jumping on. Let's crack in. My first question to you is, um, what was your goal when we first met? What was the number one thing that you said to me that you wanted to do, get help with?
Oh, hell, I just needed to lose weight. Um, I spent too much time putting on weight, neglected myself, and I just wanted to lose 20 kilo, get back in the business again.
Yep, yep. And 20 kilos for anyone that does have that much extra weight on you. If you go to a gym and you hold up the big, like there's weight plates, there's small ones all the way up to like massive ones. It's one of the biggest ones you can find. With you usually got a handle built into it, and it's really
Mm.
heavy. So 20 kilos is a big old chunk of fat loss. So, and mate, as of yesterday, how much weight have so for actually before you say that, for reference, Nathan and I should have looked this date up first. Nathan and I did his onboarding, so his roadmap call, we call it, where we get a really good clear picture of what we're doing. We jump on Zoom just like this, and we build out a plan. We did that on, I've got it in as the 27th of May, and then we kicked off like basically from June. So, how much weight have you lost since June?
To date, I've lost 21.4 kilo.
Congratulations.
Um, yeah,
Yep.
thanks. It's really feeling. It's an awesome feeling.
Yeah. And mate, like kicked in at or started at just a touch under 94 kilos, so 93.9, and now sitting at
Mm.
72 and a half kilos. And weight's steady now. So we've been through a big fat loss phase, and now we've worked out a lifestyle where you can maintain where you're at, which is amazing.
Beautiful.
So, mate, talk me through it. Like, what's talk me through coaching and your journey with doing this with me, and more about you. I don't want to hear about me. I'm talking about
Yeah.
what's changed in your world.
Well, one of the things I didn't have because I was overweight for quite a long time was somehow to be accountable or someone to be able to give me some ideas of how to start, how to maintain it, give me some advice along the way. So, Johnny, I really appreciate what you've done already for that because if you
Very
didn't give
welcome.
me that information, then I wouldn't be able to kickstart where I'm going to
Mm,
go. Started off, yeah, pretty well just under 94 kilo. I was big. I had the best beer gut. My kids used to tease me on that one, but then I had to get myself into some sort of a routine. So I looked at how I was going to be able to eat, what I can eat, how often I can eat. I started weighing myself in the mornings. Um, when I did have my food, when I was standing on the scales, it did give me a pretty good indication of, how well the food has actually impacted what I've done for that day.
mm,
Um, got into a bit of an exercise routine. I started doing walks after dinner. Went to the gym at least twice a week. There was one or twice I've been there 3 times a week, but that didn't actually sit in my routine as well as I needed to.
mm, mm.
So I sort of took up walking a little bit more often. Chucked a few push-ups in the morning, but my family also really got on board with it too. So
Mm.
um, we reduced the amount of
Yeah, they definitely did. It was great.
it was actually fantastic because they really supported what I did or what I was going to do and the journey that I had. So meals were slightly different and they were on board. We used to go shopping and my daughter would actually turn around and go, Dad, this has got less salt in it, or this has got less something in it, or this
Mm,
would be
mm,
good. Let's give this a try. Um, and one of the things that you gave me a lot of information about were high protein foods that I can actually add into my diet.
mm.
So we would actually go and find those foods, give them a try, find out what we liked. Um, and I suppose the Whole Foods is the biggest thing that we had.
Mm.
And it's got to the point where it's now such a routine. I'm finding it very hard to go back into anything else.
Yeah,
It's just
for
so
sure.
nice.
Yep. Can you
Um,
share about the Coca-Cola experience the last few days?
yeah, I haven't had because Coke was my go-to drink for quite a long time,
Yep.
and
Yep.
I hadn't had it for quite a while. And I was talking to my daughter, and we bought a can of Coke. She was going to have a half glass, and I had half a glass. It just didn't taste right. It had
Mm.
too much sugar in it. It just felt really sticky around the mouth. And for a good half an hour afterwards, I just felt sticky in the mouth. It just didn't feel comfortable at all.
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah.
Coke's out of my list at the moment.
Mate, it's great. And like, does it matter if people have a Coke every now and then? No. But there are people addicted to it. And we know it's
Yeah,
got massive amounts of sugar, It could probably be just as enjoyable with half the sugar, but it doesn't. So yeah, it's interesting how things change too. Like your taste changes, your needs change, there was probably once upon a time where you wouldn't have been able to go out for lunch or dinner and without buying a Coke maybe, or without sitting
yeah,
down at home and having one. And now it's like whatever. So, yep, that's great.
yeah. There's not my go-to drink anymore.
Yeah,
It's really good.
mate. Something that can really help people understand is talking about how different you feel without 20 kilos on you. When you did have that extra weight, were there things that affected you?
Quite a lot.
Yeah. Can you talk us
When
through
I
it?
had the weight on, well, where I work on the second level, so walking up and down those stairs every day, all the time, was
Hmm.
hard work.
Yeah.
Now it wouldn't even faze me at all. I can
Mm.
run up the stairs, run down the stairs, and I wouldn't even think about it twice.
Yeah.
Um,
So
now to
mobility,
do a full,
your cardiovascular health, your confidence to do that's all things that have improved.
oh, without a
Yep.
doubt. Um,
Amazing.
Mobility was actually a big one because there were so many things that I tried to avoid because I was overweight, thinking, oh, I'm not going to be able to do that.
Mm.
Now I'm one of those people, that first one to jump in and just go for it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Yep.
my
That's great.
confidence has also boosted. Actually, not just with my confidence, but also my social ability. I've found I'm regulating myself a lot better emotionally. I'm
Mm.
enjoying people's company a lot more. They're enjoying my company a lot more too, because I'm a bit more out there, bit more go.
Yeah.
I'm a bit more go.
Yeah. And
Um,
would you I think this, but I'm keen to hear your feedback because I have these conversations often. I think there's two parts to that, the social engagement thing. One is there's probably a layer of confidence over here, and it's like, I'm not feeling bad in myself and I'm actually genuinely feeling good. But then there's the side of how your brain and body are actually operating. Like the energy is up, the thinking, the mental clarity is better. You're not as foggy and tired and run down. Are you experiencing both of those things or one or the other?
well, I'm feeling fairly energetic. I'm actually finding I'm coming home from work or whatever I'm doing very satisfied. I really get a good night's sleep after that. Um, I'm not foggy. I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty outgoing now, more so than ever before.
Mm.
Trying to think of the best way to explain it. As a if um, sorry, a bit stuck for words at the moment.
No, it's
It's
okay.
just
It's because you're
something
so
positive
overwhelmed at your
from.
weight loss.
Oh, look, this is something I haven't seen for such a long time. Like I said, this has been 20 kilograms overweight for quite a while. This is actually the first time I've been this weight since before my child was born, and she's now 20. So I haven't
Wow.
seen this weight since I was 20, for 20 years.
Yep. Yep.
So I'm out there more often. I'm actually doing things with my kids more often.
Mm.
We're going to do a ropes course, a high ropes course. Instead of me sitting down holding the bags, I'm the one up there doing it with them.
Yeah.
I haven't done that for ages. Everything's so clear. Everything is so much. There's so much more I can do now than ever
Mm.
before
Mm.
because I'm not sitting back holding the bags or just watching everyone do it. I'm the one that get in there.
Yep.
Um,
It's like a new lease on
I'm
on
thinking
being able to do
clearly.
things. Yeah.
I'm doing things more often, and they've even said that at work that things are happening far more efficiently because I'm able to do that. not just physically, but mentally, I'm actually more of a go-getter than I have been before.
Yeah, wow. That's amazing. Mate, you're in education. So patience and your temperament is something that can be challenged a lot. Has that changed?
I've got a lot more patience than I have had before. And yes, it has. I've got some
Yeah.
pretty tough students that I'm working with, but I've been able to actually work with these students far better now than I ever have been able to before. I've been able to keep pace with them mentally and physically. I've been able to keep on top of their learning styles. I've had a lot more discussions with the parents.
Mm,
Parents have actually noticed that I'm a lot more with it, a lot more focused on the students because I'm less focused on me, what I can't do,
yeah.
I guess.
Mate, there's a lot of layers here, right? And this is why I wanted to have this conversation. It's to inspire other people that they're like they don't have to feel how they're feeling if it's crap. They don't have to carry the belly and the excess weight. They don't have like they're all choices and decisions. And like 16 weeks ago, you made a decision and to like get on a call with me, make a decision to invest in yourself, made a decision to take action. And there's been a whole lot of other decisions along the last 4 months, but it's resulted in like all the things you've said, man. Uh, People, I think, because I can say that confidently because I have these chats where people go yes or no, like seeing that there was all these things affecting you, and now there's all these things that are not affecting you, is like that's amazing, right? I think it is. I'm
Yeah.
congratulating you for your effort.
Oh, it's absolutely awesome. I haven't felt this good in such a long time.
It's amazing, mate. What do you say? Say, what's a good name? Say Bob's listening. Nothing to do with me. Just taking action on his own health. What do you say to Bob if he's like, whatever, it's just 20 kilos? Like, if you could sit in front of Bob, what would be your encouragement to someone who's like just not making that decision to change?
How do you want your lifestyle to be? I mean, I wanted to be in a position where I can actually keep up with my own children, let alone work. I needed to feel better. Do you want to have a lifestyle where you're making excuses not to do things, or do you want a lifestyle where you can actually get out there and do it?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
And for me, yeah, for me, my lifestyle has actually completely changed in 16 weeks. And I'm not just loving it, everyone around me is loving it too.
Yeah, exactly. Your colleagues, the people you're helping at work, yourself, your family. Yeah, there's a big us an impact on all the people around you. Yep.
Oh, like you wouldn't believe. It's almost undescribable because I didn't realize by losing 20 kilos how much I would actually feel so much better about myself, let
Mm.
alone how much I can actually do.
Yep. Yep.
I wasn't quite sure of that when I started the journey, but
Mm.
now it's just so much better than what I actually thought it was going to be.
Yeah. And mate, it was cool for me to see like every week when you jump on, you do your weigh in. It was just like, you know, people can have very fluctuating weight loss journeys, but something, and there's two reasons for that. Sometimes their body responds differently, and sometimes they have blowout weeks, alcohol, binge eating, and all those things that make the journey more like this. But literally, Nathan's was like, dunk, 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 dunk. Like it just went in a straight line. It's cool. And that's not an impossible thing because you just did it, but it's one of those things where some people just have fluctuations for different reasons. Mate, the
Yeah. Stick
that's
to a
cool.
routine,
Yeah,
stick to
exactly,
it carefully.
exactly. You're just offline before we press record. I said to you, it's cool that you've gotten to and I think I used the phrase which I don't often do to the end of the journey. And my reference to that was with me because that's what we discussed. And you're empowered to do things by yourself now, which is awesome. Why is that? Like, why do you have the confidence to do that? Because I don't believe someone should have an indefinite dependence on a coach. I think we should
No.
learn the things we need to learn, get the skills, tools, knowledge, resources, and support, and then go off on your own and have autonomy in that. Why do you have that? What skills and tools and resources have you learned through this program?
Through this program here, and this has been invaluable because I've got resources or information about how I can actually eat, what I can eat, a lifestyle routine, training. It's like I remember you talking about, I've got weight loss, but I've also got to make sure I maintain muscle. And if I don't maintain muscle, then I'll start losing muscle as well. And considering my age, I mean, I'm in my 50s, that would be a prime target. But one thing that I did mention to you offline is I don't want to actually lose this now.
Mm.
20 years I've been, or 20 years plus, I've been overweight, but you've actually helped me go through the first stage, first step. Now I'm going to create my a new goal, and I'm going to work towards that. And
Awesome.
I'm going to keep
And
cycling that up
can
to
you
the
share
point
what
where
that
I
is?
actually
Because I think
manage
it's
that.
awesome.
Yeah. The Man from Snowy River movie, there's his hut, which is right up in the Snowy Mountains. And one of the things I want to do, and I've already talked to a friend about this, is we're going to hike up there. So my next goal, I've done the weight loss journey, and I've put on muscle mass. I've done a lot of walking. I've now started doing a thing called rucking, where I put some weight in my backpack, and I've been walking around the neighbourhood for a little while. And I want to walk up to Craig's hut,
Yep.
and that's my next goal.
Awesome. That's so cool. That's epic. And I've made Nathan, like, you got to send me a selfie when you get there
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do, we'll do.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
mate, that's really cool. And so I've just got some questions listed over here that I wanted to make sure I covered. So I'm just gazing off and reading them. That one's covered. Can we talk about not Johnny, but more about the just a couple of specific things? Like you talked about resources and tools, but um, are they the things that you feel like you didn't have before you started with the coaching program? And what I'm getting at is sometimes for people, the help is the accountability and the person. And for some people, it's the
yeah.
resources and tools. And for others, in my opinion, it's the combination of those things. For you, what was the thing that really helped the decision to be made and the action to be taken to get to where you are
Start
now?
off, start off with I had the motivation. I wanted to do that. But you're right, I didn't have the tools. I didn't have any of the expertise or the knowledge to be able to sort of kick myself in the right direction. So having to talk to you, I did end up with the weekly accountability, um, which we would end up having a chat about that every now and then. But the knowledge behind food, knowledge behind weight loss, knowledge behind how the body works, knowledge
Mm,
about
mm,
how I can build this into a lifestyle. They are the tools that really help me create the routine that I needed to be able to make sure that journey worked for me.
yeah.
I didn't have that. That's not my expertise at all, but I needed someone who had the expertise to be able to give me that advice.
Mm, mm,
And once I got those
yeah.
tools in my toolkit, then I created the routine around it, and the rest is
For sure.
history, really.
Yeah,
Done it
that's
in
great.
16
No,
weeks.
I appreciate you sharing. And you know what? Like 4 months is a decent amount of time to, like, if you pull your finger out, use what's available to you in no matter whose coaching program you do, if it's half decent. Um, there's a lot to learn and there's a lot to do. And you can clearly see, like, you can knock off 20 kilos, which is just,
Well,
it's epic.
it's actually funny you're saying that because I'm talking about, I was overweight 20 years plus,
Mm.
and this is the best weight I've been um, for such a long time. 4 months is nothing in the whole scheme of things in comparison to 20 years.
No, mate.
I mean, that's only
No.
a little spark. If I can actually make it in 4 months, then just imagine how I can actually make my next 20 years go work for me.
100%. And you know what? You like looking forward to that walk when you've done it here, right? Before we've wrapped up what we're doing here, you've set the goal of the hike. Before you go away for the hike, set the next goal. Before you hit that goal, set the next goal. So it's about like making sure you keep, your finger on the pulse so that you don't sit on the couch one day and go, I'll have a Coke and a packet of chips again and I'm finished with that fitness thing. Is building a lifestyle, which is evident in your communication that you're starting to do, you know. Um,
Yeah, Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
people reference like, oh, you're in the fitness industry, so it's easy to stay fit. It's like, why don't I just wake up fit? Like, I train, I walk, I eat good food, I drink water, I rest well, I have saunas. You know, it's still an effort. It's
Mm.
just that I have the systems and the know how to do it, which you now do too.
Well, that's where I got it from was for you because I didn't have the systems, but
Mm,
now I do. I
mm,
can actually build that into my lifestyle routine,
yeah,
and I've already started that. My,
yeah.
it's actually funny because my whole family's diet has changed.
I was just about to ask if you could share about that because the whole family cooking
Yeah.
dynamics different too. You know, in
Oh,
fact,
yeah,
last time we were on a
most
coaching
definitely.
call, Nathan's son walked in with um, it was dinner time. Remember, there was rice, butter chicken, a little naan or bread thing, and he came and
Yeah,
dropped it
that's
off.
right.
It's like, here you go, Dad. You know, how epic's that?
Oh, we wouldn't have done that before, really, but we're experimenting with a whole lot of different foods. And we've got to the point where we've found some really nice dishes, and they are whole foods. They are fantastic. It's like last night, I was just telling you off screen. My son is 18. He loves cooking, and I'm getting in the kitchen. I'm making garlic prawns. He's making his home version of special fried rice
Yep,
um, with
so cool.
egg and a whole lot of vegetables and that sort of thing. And that became the whole meal. Once we ate that, I didn't feel hungry at all for the rest of the night at all. So
No,
the next time I ate was breakfast in the morning, and I was even satisfied when I woke up in the morning and wasn't feel hungry.
yeah,
Um,
mate. On that note,
and
can you share about your snacking?
I don't snack.
Yeah, yeah. That was one of
I've actually
a recent
stopped doing
message you
that.
sent to me. You said like I haven't snacked in like I don't know 15 weeks or 14, whatever the message was. Whenever you sent me that, it
Yeah.
was like I haven't snacked in X amount of time. Like not one. It just doesn't
Well,
happen.
I haven't needed to. Um, it's like when I go to work, I have my wraps for lunch, and by the time I have my breakfast, I'm not feeling hungry until about lunchtime anyway. I haven't needed a snack. And when I do feel a bit, I suppose, peckish, what I do is I have water, and I've got these little um, lemon juice or lime juice things, and I put it in there, and I have just a drink of water, and gee, that fills me up.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
no, I've not had a
underrated,
snack, and I don't know when was the last time I did.
mate. And that's
I just
good.
haven't needed it.
That's one of the things we talked about early on. For anyone listening, it's building up your meals within your calorie budget that actually fuel you and satiate you to do the next meal. If you're feeling snacky, eating all this crap, I think you're either deficient in nutrients or you're stressed about something else. They're the main two things that people struggle with snacking with. You know, it's distractionary or it's they're genuinely actually hungry and they're just choosing the easy, crappy, sugary options or the fatty options or salty options instead of going, how can I make my meals more fulfilling with whole foods, which you've done a really good job of.
Yeah. Well, my whole family's been on board with that, so we've sort of experimented
Yeah.
quite a few times, and we've
Yep.
found what works for all of us, not just me.
Yep. Yeah.
Mm.
Which is great long term because it means that that dynamic can be built upon instead of just this thing that's like, oh, dad's doing that and everyone else can wait, or that like that you've just sort of taken it into the home as well. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure
awesome,
have.
mate. So cool, so cool, mate. That's all the questions I wanted to cover. I just wanted to provide some inspiration because I know like there's people on my Facebook and YouTube channel and stuff that follow along and I know they're people that have 10, 20, 30 kilos to lose. So every time I have an opportunity to share a story of someone that's made the decision, has locked in and got it done, I want to share it because eventually that person will take action, get themselves into better shape, and as you can see, you know, it pays off. So,
Oh, it
congrats,
sure
man.
pays off. Thank you. Actually, one thing I might want to mention is it
Go
wasn't
for it.
hard. It wasn't difficult. It wasn't hard. It was actually just get myself into a routine, get myself in a mindset, and it wasn't hard. I did it. After 20 years, I did it.
Yeah, mate.
That means everyone else can too.
That's a great point because you know fat loss can be hard, but I think it becomes hard when people try and stretch the timeline out. over way too long. If you just lock in, implement some simple habits, you can get it down. And like you said, it's not hard. But if we tried to lose that 20 kilos and it took us 2 years together, you'd be starting to go, this is, we've had a lot of conversations, we've done a lot of trying, we've done a lot of, half effort. And I'm saying that because I've worked with
Mm.
people that do put in half the effort before. But when you just, make the full decision and lock in, it's not as difficult. So it's good
Well, that's the
advice.
thing is, I'm getting advice from you all the time, but I'm the one that's actually making the final decisions and making
Yes.
sure it happens.
Yep.
So I'm
Totally.
being accountable. You're helping me be accountable for it, but I'm the one making the decisions. So I
Yes.
stuck with it,
Yeah,
and it
for
wasn't
sure.
hard. It actually wasn't difficult in the end.
Totally, mate. And on that note, there's a phrase called responsible to, not responsible for. And you probably have that with teaching. You're responsible to
Yeah,
the people you're teaching, but not for their results in the classroom. Like you did your job, and now it's up to them to take it and roll with it.
yeah, very much so.
Yeah, that's awesome, mate. Mate, I'll wrap us up there. I wanted to keep this under 30 for anyone that wanted to listen. But have you got any final comments or things that you'd use to mention to anyone else or empower them to take action?
I suppose it's simply don't give up on a better future, and it starts with you. It starts with where I was or where I am now. That's what I want to maintain. Don't give up on it. Right now, I didn't give up on it, and now I've got the rest of my life. I reckon I've got so much more that I can actually do now than I ever thought I would be able to.
Yeah, that's great. Mate, on that, I do have one last. Thanks for sharing that. I've got one last thing. When you talk about Nathan and I in the past in a coaching call, we're talking about like two different futures, and like there's Nathan where he was 20 kilos extra, and it's like continue that trajectory up this way of weight gain and health problems that would probably start occurring, or the path where it's now it's like 20 kilos less and exactly what he described here. Look into the elderly population. How many overweight people do you see in the, not that you're elderly, but you'll become elderly eventually. How many overweight people do you see cruising around? Like there's not a lot, man. There's not a lot. So yeah, but you're not overweight anymore. So
No, well, one of the
yeah,
things I had was I had tight chest, and I even had a minor heart attack at one stage, and that was a lot to do with my weight. Nothing like that now.
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, mate. Epic. Proud of you, man. You did a good job.
No, I appreciate that, John. Appreciate that.
Welcome, mate. Mate, I'll wrap us up there. For anyone, if you're interested in chatting about how I can help you, in the show notes below, there's a call link, which is a 15-minute call link. It's complimentary, exactly how Nathan and I started. We just sussed each other out, see if it was a good fit. And then he decided to book a call and hey, presto, see you later, 20 kilos. So if I can help you, make sure you reach out. Thanks again, dude. Talk soon.
No worries. Thanks.